What's up, y'all? This is Tori. We're back up on it for episode 6, and today we're going to get right into the topic. This week's topic is the importance of love. I've been taking some time to really just kind of sit back and just reflect on what's really going on in the media, what's going on a day-to-day on social media, and really just going out and actually interacting with the community around me and just seeing what's going on. I've just come to the conclusion that there is a lack of love within our community, and I'm sure many people have heard this, but just from my understanding and conclusion that I've drawn, it's very disheartening. A lot of this comes from what is being shown to us. A lot of stuff is put on us indirectly, which has a negative influence on us. If I can be someone who brings awareness to what's lacking in our community, then I'm going to put myself on that line, because I just see so much that can be fixed, by the simple things. And a part of that is like, at one point, realizing and looking at myself in the mirror, I was a part of that chaos at a point. I went through certain things that made me kind of turn cold. And what it is when you just look at it, like, what is the root issue? A lot of it is your experiences that you had, and you got to understand that everybody has their own traumatic experiences that mold them to essentially be who they are, that mold their decisions on a day-to-day. So I think, like, what I had to do was, when I wanted to make a difference within myself, a part of that was really being honest with myself, going back to the root of all of my issues, you know what I'm saying, regardless how bad it hurt. It's a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to revisit, but I was dedicated to becoming better, and which in turn led me to want to become of service to the greater good, you know what I'm saying? So a part of that, like, the process that I had to go through was first, understanding that, one, again, we all have our own day-to-day issues. We all have gone through our own traumatic experiences and everything. And if we continue to just fight each other, we're just adding to the chaos. I was fighting out here. I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? Physically fighting at one point. And when I finally sat down, it wasn't solving anything. Regardless of what I'm going through, I realized I'm just adding to the problem. And I didn't want to be a part of that problem anymore. So, with that, I saw a lot of people judge me around that time. I saw a lot of people make their own conclusions about me. And with that, I saw myself being very misunderstood. Not considering what I went through, what I was going through. I might just be having a bad time in my life. So what I had to do was really face a lot of stuff that I really wasn't facing. I was just going through on a day-to-day. And this is why I started LIGHTWORK, because I want everybody to know that self-work is very, very important. When you really look and sit and you kind of observe how you're a part of the problem, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can do that. So I'm going to give y'all basically like some things that I did to really instill the love back into my heart, get back to my innocence, and really just commit to doing better on a day-to-day. That way I can be of service and not adding to the chaos on a day-to-day. So I got some notes. So the first thing is that I want everybody to know that no matter where you are, you can always start over tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or in that moment, you can decide that I'm going to do something different. So never count yourself out, never beat yourself up. Forgive yourself, number one, and give yourself that space to grow. You know what I'm saying? Without judgment of yourself. You'll get better when you realize, like, you control everything that happens around you. You know what I'm saying? How you choose to react, how you choose to treat people on a day-to-day, how you choose to deal with certain situations that come up every day. When you realize that you control that, life just becomes so much easier for you. So one thing that I had to do was redefine what love is. Love is not what you can do for somebody. Love is not what they can do for you. Love is compassion, it's understanding, it's no judgment, it's no expectations with whatever you're giving out. And I look back at how I was giving love, and I've always been that person to give love from my heart, my core, you know what I'm saying, and not really want anything. And a part of that was, you know, people don't know how to take that. And that's what led me to becoming cold, you know what I'm saying? So I had to fight through that and get back to the way that I knew how to love. You know what I'm saying? They say what you put out, you'll get back in return. So that's just my process of understanding and trusting that. So redefining what love is, you know, I added more to it. It's patience. It's, you know, just giving somebody that understanding, even when you just like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's taking that time to really understand somebody and understand them and everything. It's the building up of someone near you, because essentially I look at it like, if I'm building you up, you know, I look at it like, if I'm building you up, I'm adding to our community instead of destroying our community. You know what I'm saying? So that even goes with, like, you know, you got to learn to just allow people to be who they are. We as black people, we got to start doing that, man. We have to learn to just allow people to be. Allowing them to just be involves forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is self-awareness as well. It's to say, if you've been through a hard time, you gotta know that other people going through hard times too. And like myself, if I see somebody fighting on the street, right, I'm not just gonna write them off like they crazy, or I'm not gonna write them off like they need mental help or something like that. I'm writing it off as that person going through something, and maybe I can help them if I just listen to them, you know, and guide them and provide them with a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I've been out here with people, you know. It's just honest. I'm not ashamed to say that, because I've grown so much now. So when I say forgiveness, it's like keeping in mind that there's something below the surface when you see certain things being done. And if you come at it in a positive manner, you could be that shift in positive energy. So that's what I focus on. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding one another. That's what we got to work on as a whole. So another thing is that we got to put back out here is sharing and giving to one another. These past few months, I've been deep into our history and understanding that at one point there were no such things as transactions. You know what I'm saying? We worked in harmony. We worked as a unit, and we got to get back to that. You know, I see so much hate on the day-to-day. I see people won't even support their friends, won't even support their family members. It's very disheartening. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn to build each other up. And one thing that I want to say too with that is, like, I was watching a video the other day, and shout out to Young Pharaoh, and he said something that I had to just pause it, like, damn, that's true. He said that our perspective is through the blue eyes. Take that how you want to, but it's true. We gotta stop looking at each other like the enemy. Everybody can't be the one. If you see somebody who's good at something and they really are good at it, what's wrong with telling them you good at that? You know what I'm saying? That's how we build up our own community, whether it's in the media, whether that's you a doctor, whether that's you a lawyer. Everybody can't do the same thing. It's just to say, like, we gotta let go of the trends, you know what I'm saying, and really add value and add purpose to whatever it is you're doing. Everybody wasn't born to be a musician. That's just what it is, man. Everybody wasn't born to own a brand. So I encourage everybody to find what it is that you do with purpose and that you're supposed to be here to do. You know what I'm saying? Stop with this whole media shit. Everybody just, I don't know, it's honestly dividing our community more and more. We'll go deeper on another episode. But back to just sharing and giving to one another. You know, sharing your support, sharing your time for some people. It has a profound effect that literally can progress us as a whole. So, you know, it's like nothing is free in this dimension. But when you understand that when you give to somebody without expecting, that's going to ultimately progress you, and it's ultimately going to progress the community. It's like homelessness. When you see somebody on the street, you got $100 in your pocket. We got to start looking at it like, you know what, I can give 10% of this to somebody on the street. Regardless if they do something positive with it or not, I'm going to still get that to you, because I feel like that's essentially putting back into our community. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about perspective in certain times. If you got somebody you know, they going through a hard time, give them 5 minutes of your time. Listen to what they going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I've just, it's just sick how we operate. It's like when we good, we good. We don't look back. But no, we gotta start taking that time to bring everybody along. And until we do that, y'all, we gonna live in chaos, honestly. I'm somebody who's gonna give you that time. You need me, call me. Like, this is why I have LIGHTWORK. If you need to call me, seriously, y'all hit me up, DM me, whatever, ToriXFade, fadethemovement@gmail.com, and I will literally get back to you. Because it's just like, I understand the overall picture. I see personally where I can come in and be of service to all. You know what I'm saying? So when you find your niche and you find your purpose here, essentially put it to use, put it to great use for the greater good, not just yourself. Understanding that when you're going through something, you gotta fight for that peace and that clarity, because then you're able to love freely. You're able to gain wisdom from whatever you've gone through, and essentially whoever else is going through that, you can help them through it. So it's just about bringing up the community, bringing up your brother, your sister, bringing up anybody around you, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta do. So a part of that is understanding what unconditional love is. Shout out to Mozzie. He's somebody who preaches about unconditional love. We have got to learn that true meaning. To me, unconditional love is, I wrote it down, it's when dealing with people, accepting them with no judgment, but also checking the person's flaws, not to be a smartass or not to act like you better than them, but to make them better. You know what I'm saying? When you come from that stance, it's like, I just want you to be better. I want us all to be better. That's adding to the community. I think it's just so much power in listening to somebody. And sometimes you don't even have to offer no advice, but at least that person got it off their chest. You know what I'm saying? That's one less person to go shoot up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, think about it. And that's a dramatic, but it's like, you see people shooting shit up, they upset about something. You know what I'm saying? Or you see all these fights going on, you see robberies going on because it's a lack of something. And it's just like, we have to try. We gotta try. We gotta do better. This time, more than ever, is so important to come together at this time. So like I said, if I can be of service to anybody, y'all don't hesitate to reach out. At this point, if you hating, you really just taking up space, man. You gotta figure that shit out. Seriously, it's no point in being a hater. I think if anything, like, this is probably the most important episode of LIGHTWORK, because I really have just taken the time to just see what else I can add to the community. And love is a major aspect that we have got to put back in. We have to. We are on the road to destruction, honestly. When you sit back and you realize that, it's like, how can I attack this? How can I fix this? It's so deep. It's like, even when you look at relationships and you see a man cheating on a woman or a woman cheating on a man, it's like, stop doing that. It's like, just be honest with the person. You know what I'm saying? Be more mature. It's like, understand what polygamy is. If that's what you want to do, have the maturity and wisdom behind it. You know what I'm saying? And don't add to the chaos. Don't add to the drama. Don't add to someone else's insecurity or, anything like that. When you're in a relationship, you should focus on enjoying that person's time, enjoying experiences with the person, but in the process, supporting each other, building each other up. I think that's what real love is. It's not just the lust. It's not just the affection. It's not just the intimacy part. It's about, when you need me, I'm here to support you. I'm here to build you up every day. We got to start looking at each other like kings and queens and get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Look at your woman like a queen. Look at your man like a king. Treat that. It's not about what he can do for you or what she can do for you, and vice versa. We literally just have to put love in everything we do, and I think it can really change us. But until that, all in all, we just got to do better, y'all. We got to come together this time more than ever. Stay away from the media. Work on freeing your mind. Work on free in your soul and your spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all got to do. And which in turn, when you're free, you're able to get that love. I don't know if y'all know about chakras again, but that fourth chakra, your heart chakra, is the most important. Live through your heart every day. Live through your soul, live through your spirit, and live through your purpose. And that's what I got to say. You know, I hope this forces people to just look at how they're going around. Are you adding to the chaos, or are you rebuilding our community? I think when you ask yourself that, it'll start to make you more aware. So, you know, like I said, I'm here for everybody. You know, if you need to reach out to me, DM me, ToriXFade, fadethemovement@gmail.com. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Again, fadethemovement.com. You can find all of the Lightwork episodes and subscribe to the YouTube. And I just appreciate y'all tapping in. I hope y'all